Good morning from Jonesboro, Arkansas, September 9th, 2024, 6:17 a.m. It's time for our monthly cost, savings, and comparison report. Comparing two electric cars, we're 100% EV family, to driving gas cars. And for you new people that are watching for the first time, it doesn't always work out to a savings. 2 months ago, it would have been cheaper to drive a gas car than an electric car for us because I took a 1,200 mile trip to South Texas, and oh my gosh, that public charging was so expensive. But overall, we usually save money. That's the only month we haven't saved money since I've been keeping up with it. So let's get into it. Pause any of these screens and look anytime you want to. This right here, price per kilowatt hour, fluctuates every month. That's why I have to wait for the bill to come in. It just came in Saturday, 2 days ago, to do this. There's no place online to look at the bill. Anyway, August 31st, 2024, we drove both vehicles 1,843 miles. We got 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. We burned 473 kilowatts, 455 from home. 19 were free. And I believe that's at one of the level 3s locally that was still giving free electricity. I plugged it in just for the heck of it, I think, if I remember right. But anyway, $33.20 is what we cost us to charge at home. That's 7.3 cents per kilowatt hour times 455. And then public charging, nothing, 1.8 cents a mile. Now think about this, 100 miles, $1.80. And this includes a trip to Memphis. We went to Bass Pro Shop, and we drove 80 miles an hour a good part of that trip. $2.76 a gallon. And here's our comparisons. To driving a 4x4 truck, 19.8 miles per gallon, a Ford F-150. $223.70 is what we saved last month if we had drove two of those. If we had drove two Cherokees, we saved $147.18. It would have cost $180. And if we drove two 2021 Kia hybrids, the same thing that I drive to work every day when I work. I work in the school system in Northeast Arkansas, so I only work 9 months a year. 46.8 miles per gallon. We saved $75.49. If you look down here, our 2024 totals, and then our total going back to November of last year when we got her boat in October, but I started keeping track of it in November, so it'll be a full month. If you look here, then look at this. We've saved now almost $1,800 over two trucks. Even almost $500 over just two hybrids if we wanted to drive those. Let's look at them individually. And pause the screen and look at this if you want to, but focus on that 1.6 cents a mile. Wow. More than likely, if we drove gas cars, I'd be driving a truck, say $75, and my wife be driving the Cherokee. So we probably actually saved about $170 this month. Here's hers. If you want to look at it, 1.9 cents a mile. So 100 miles, $1.90. 100 miles in the Nero, $1.60. As long as we charge at home. We're moving on, and back to that screen. But look at this. Let's look at the price parity. I've got where I show this every month. Let me make sure I got this right. 7.3 and gas 276 was the average last month. 276, 73 cents. Gas would have got down to 56 cents a gallon, and that's if you drove a very efficient car, 30 miles per gallon. 56 cents a gallon. Man, that's cheap. My friend's 4x4 Ford F-150, gas would have to get down to 37 cents a gallon. It cost him 14 cents a mile, where it cost us 2 cents a mile last month. If you drove a Prius very efficiently and you drove very slow like a grandpa, not like a horse's ass, then, I don't know what, 56? $1.05 a gallon. Now let's look at the national average, and let's put it back to 30, because the federal government says 24 is average. I think they're including trucks and everything, and that's what I should go with, but I want to make sure I err on the side of caution for the people that say I'm just fudging the numbers, those that hate EVs. Okay. The national average on gas, I think, is around $3.40 a gallon. And the national average for electricity, I'm thinking, is around 16 cents per kilowatt hour. So in the average place, gas can get down to $1.23 a gallon. Ooh, sequential. That's a cool number. I bet it's 123.45. That'd be awesome. $1.23 a gallon. So that's more than half. Let's see, 34.68. It'd have to be cut down by about 60%, 55%. So gas has dropped about 55%, 58%, something like that, for national average. 56 cents for us. Been 112 days since we bought gasoline and 220 since I pumped gasoline. I don't even remember when we sold the Cherokee, but we've sold it probably in June. I bet we've been close to 3 months without the gas vehicle. Probably. I don't know. But I want to show you one more thing. Well, maybe more than one more thing. Let's see. See what we got here. I want to show you the Chevy Bolt total cost of ownership. Now, I added something new to this. This actually shows how much it costs to own the car, and it counts everything. If you look at the ledger, every single thing. Purchase price, dealer fee, taxes, public charging, insurance, software upgrade, $146. I was making a clicking noise, which was really stupid. I did a video about that. Tire, it includes everything. And right there is what we come up with. Total cost of ownership, $14,845. Now, $15,741, how could that be? Right here, negative $4,000. EV pre-owned tax credit when we got our taxes back, $4,000. Anyway, here's what I added that's new. Equivalent monthly car payment. Now, if you go get a car, you go look at one today, and they say, well, your payment is going to be $400 a month. That doesn't include taxes. It doesn't include insurance. It doesn't include fuel. It doesn't include maintenance. You don't include any of that. And this price right here includes all of that. So the equivalent car payment is just that. Purchase price, $11,741. Yes, I took off the $4,000. Right now, dealers, if you go to the right one, they'll take it off at the point of sale, and so it will lower your car payment, so that's legitimate. Value of vehicle, $11,500. Carvana will actually give us $12,000 for it, but it's got a dent they don't know about, so we'd have to take it to MS Paintless Dent Repair here in Northeast Arkansas. If you have something that needs to be done, MS Paintless Dent Repair does a great job. He'd want about $500 to do this. He quoted it to me at $400 or $500 when we first got the car, and we decided it wasn't worth it. And it wasn't worth it to us. Anyway, we'd have to get that fixed. So $12,000 minus that, $11,500. So $241 we would lose if we got rid of it, which is $25 a month. So that is excellent. That is excellent. Now, if you it wasn't for that tax credit, wait a minute, what was it at? What was it? 241, 40. Went for the tax credit, it'd be $434 a month. That's expensive for that year of a car. But that's what it would have cost us, $25 a month, if we were to get it fixed, get the dent fixed, and sell to Carvana right now. And here's what KBB says it's worth. Look at this difference in the value from July to August. Wow. I know every dealer, if you mention this to the dealer, they'll say, well, I got news for you, buddy. Kelly doesn't buy cars. But Kelly says $11,964, Carvana says $12. So unless Carvana pour some shenanigans, which they might would, then we could get that for it if we wanted to sell it to them. Oh, let's look at something else. Look at this. This right here is what we pay, what I figure, what I guess, what I guesstimate our cost is going to be over a 10-year period. Over a 10-year period, based on purchase price, 10 years of ownership, $1,475 per year expenses, and $4,000 equity at that time, it's going to come out to costing us $191 a month. That's insurance, that's electricity, that's repairs, that's everything. $191 a month over 10 years. And I think I need to lower this right here, taxes. I'm estimating $100 a year is what I was estimating. I think it's going to be $70 at most. And I really think over 10 years, it's going to be more like $60. But for now, I'm going to put $70. So that'll be $700. Now watch this over here change. From $191 a month to $188. It didn't change much, huh? And the reason I think that, because it's based on value here in Arkansas. And yes, I have an Excel file for that. No matter what you're into, I have an Excel file for it. I just started this a few months ago. I had to go back and look at the records as far as I could find. Valuation in Arkansas is 20% of value, multiplied by millage for tax owed. Okay? Our millage is 41.2. We were exempt last year because we had just bought them. You're always a year behind in Arkansas. But look what the taxes would have cost on the boat last year if we had had to pay it. $151.20. It's dropping 47% next year. So $80.34. So it's already down to 80. And I don't know if they have a minimum or not. I really don't know. If they do, I think it's pretty low. So I think even 70 is overestimating, but that's where I'm going to put it for now. And look at the Nero. It's also dropped because it's all based on value. They're saying the boat was worth this and the Nero is worth this. But anyway. All right. What y'all think about all this? Comment below. Tell me the usual stuff that just wait until that year comes when I have to replace the battery. Go ahead. And tell me about how I'm keeping children in slavery in Central America. Don't worry about your cell phone doing that. Speaking of that, manufacturers swear them down. They don't get their product they need, their nickel and their whatever, from those sources. But of course the EV haters don't believe that. They have no proof that the manufacturers are lying, but of course they are. I guess because if they were CEO, they would be lying. That's the first thing I think when people accuse people of lying when they have no proof of it, no evidence. I think, so I wonder if you would be doing that if you were in that situation, because evidently you think that's just the way it is. I give people the benefit of the doubt until I have proof that they're lying to me. Now, if they have a history of lying, that's something else. Do these people have a history of Ford lying to them? Or Tesla lying to them? Don't know. Anyway, that's all. You have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye!